Again welcome back. This is a third day session and it is a session 3 for the third day. We are having one more session and so far I have taught you as far as I know you are familiar with supply chain, you are familiar with collaboration, you are familiar with upstream, downstream, pull, push, because we need pull and push method for the marketing purposes, and we have not seen one other main aspect, which is horizontal integration and vertical integration. I will do that after this slide. It is not given in this slide, but you should know as supply chain educators, supply chain learners, you have to know what is upstream, downstream, push, pull with vertical, horizontal. So, let me first finish with this. We have to validate every single element in the supply chain. If you are using IoT, you have to validate it. And in the morning we talked about risk resilience. If you are having risk, why it is happening? Why it is happening? The risk is happening because you are not validating this point. If you are validating, you will never have the problem. So, first let me start with the sensors. Sensors are starting with different types of sensors we are having. We use LCs and other companies locally they will be having different sensors. As I said, temperature sensors, VOC sensors, vibration sensors. Vibration sensors are used for egg, transporting egg. If there are too much of vibration, sometimes we sarcastically say egg will become small chicken, right. So, that means vibration should be avoided. Vibration sensor, there are many sensors we can fit it. Temperature, humidity sensors are normally used sensors for any company. This will be confirmed by any company whom you are talking to. It is not only for this project, for any project this is the situation. So, what are the sensors required? You have to analyze, then from those sensors collect data and then connect the sensors to the cloud. This is a big investment, it is not small investment. You have to make sure that your data is being collected. All of you might be having Google Drive. If you are paying some money, 100 GB is free to you. It is not free, but it is very minimum amount you are paying. But for every live data, it is having every day it will be 100 GB of data, because every minute, every second it is monitoring. So, the data will be accumulated, it is more than 1 terabyte sometimes it is 10 GB based on how much fluctuations are happening. So, you have to send it to cloud. So, imagine if you are having one regression equation as you have studied in the school level, you can use even simultaneous equation. If you are having x plus y is equal to 5, 2x minus 3 is equal to 7, what is x and y? These questions you have done it, having two variables. If a data point has got different sensors, every sensor has got 5 different variables. If there are 10 different sensors, 10 into 5, 50 different variables. It has to be collected, stored in the cloud. Okay, data is collected, which form? As I said, it is a big data. It can be number, degree centigrade, degree Fahrenheit, and VOC means how much contamination, whether I have got any name for the contamination. We have food scientists here. Any name of the contamination? Fungus, is it one contamination? Clostridium, okay.
To make curd from milk.
Okay, so
In a positive contamination lab.
okay, that means some contamination.
Yes,
There are
yes.
many, not one or two. There are many, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So, thank you. Contamination, there are many different types of contaminations. You have to identify them. So, again 5 different variables, and you will be having so many in the cloud. Sometimes your brain is getting confused, similarly the computer will also get confused. You have to streamline those things. So, when you are having this server, how can you create and how can you store it? Who will be holding all these things? Scientists can understand the contamination data, I cannot understand. I can understand temperature data. I can understand something which is very easy for me to understand. That means, you have to divide the work. Who is really hosting, they will give the alert. So, that means the data is in one place, usage in multiple places. In the morning we talked about TCS. TCS is controlling or monitoring the temperature data in many different places in India. Why they are doing? Because smart farming, the I think Rishi, what is it? What is the name of the platform? Rishi, Krishi. Do you know what is it? You might be knowing the name. So, check it. They have created one platform where all data from different parts of the country, from different parts of India will come. Can you say it in mic so others can listen?
I'm not sure about it, ma'am, but I have heard the name Krishi Kosh,
Okay,
where
Rishi
all the
Kosh.
information regarding agriculture is piled up.
Piled up there in the cloud of TC. What is it?
Yeah.
It's actually Krishi DSS.
Krishi TSS. Okay, yeah. Thanks.
It is a decision support system. The union government on Friday launched a unique digital spatial platform called Krishi Decision Support System.
When was it founded? Long before, 10 years back, right? Okay, you can see that when it was available, made available, that is not important. What is the functionality? The data comes in. If Orissa is going to have some rain today, so you do not need to give water for your plant. That means you are being alerted for that. You may feel that it is a very simple small information. It is not a small information. It is a very big saving. You do not need to waste your water. Water resource can be kept intact for the future. Similarly, if flood is coming, all your minerals in the fertilizer will be washed away. Do not put your fertilizer before heavy rain or before heavy flooding. So, you can protect yourself from the data. So, this data who will be giving the alert based on the allocation of the department. Rain department, they will be talking about water, and chemical department maybe they know more about the contamination, they can give the alert. So, these things are happening for any data analysis and IoT related work. I am talking about food sector, this is same, almost same for other sector, but maybe the sensors are different, and who will do it, how this will be done, that is done by data analysis. This is not manual. Manually if you are doing, it will take 2 days for one modeling. That means you can't do it manually. You have to write algorithms, be ready with the algorithms, it is embedded within your cloud, and then all the analysis will be done automatically, that is AI based one. You will get the alert, yes there is a problem, it is alerting, problem is red, yes there is a problem and there is no problem. So, if there is a problem, what to do, who will be doing it, all these things will be decision making beforehand. So, team should be working 24/7, but team will not be, same team will not be working 24/7. Okay. This is the end of our the other story. We have done this sensors I told in verbally where the sensors are fixed in MCHOP. Now, final slide for this MCHOP is these are the alerts. I said alert should be going, yes there is a problem, this is a problem. So, what are the drivers of this problem? What is the problem and how it has been made? What is the reason for it? One simple reason we identified at that time. So, what happened? 8 o'clock somebody opened the fridge. Fridge means not small, it is a very big manufacturer's level fridge. So, industrial level fridge, very big one. They opened the door, forgot to close the door. If it is happening by one mistake, whole point of doing it is quality, quality is reduced. So, they cannot use those products, one batch is completely wasted. So, if that is only the reason for temperature related issue. There are many issues other than temperature, it is one example. So, this is automatically generated, alert has gone to the company. They are given testimonial, yes it happened in our office and it has happened in our fridge in the railway station, it has happened in the fridge in other areas. So, they have accepted it, they have removed those batches, they used it for home purposes or secondary sale purposes. Okay. So, this is the way we are working with data. So, data is used for decision making. So, in the nature of trial was commercial one, you can ask, if it is for commercial, how can we use it for house? You do not need to use it for the day to day storing, it is only for the purpose of business, and issues are considered very seriously, and it freezer of spoiled stock. Battery level was low, this is another issue. Normally we do not consider battery level. Here very meaningfully they have removed battery when it is not in use. Normally we do not do it, we forget to remove the battery. Temperature measures are given, early warning, this is very important. Why? Because early warning is given, we have to create something. What is it? Early warning is important for what? Mitigation steps. Plan A, we normally say plan A, plan B, plan C, these are all mitigation plans. A, B, C, you will have A, if A does not work, then you will go for B, plan B, plan C. So, this is very important for getting the alert. I am not trying the same thing, we have explained it. Now, let me go to the next. This is social impact. We have so far what we have seen is economic impact. Now, we are seeing social impact. How IoT is helping social impact. See, this is about Human Milk Foundation. Again, it is a case study written by me. You can see in my name, it is a sustainability journal. I told 12 papers. I do not know how many of you have seen it. This is one among them. Human Milk Foundation is collecting milk from parents, mother who has lost child, but milk will be there. It is collected. It is a very sensitive topic. Normally, we do not talk about it. If a mother is losing the child, milk still it will be secreting. So, they have collected the milk, volunteers, and milk cannot be given to next child immediately. Child will be in hospital, another child, another mother's child, mother will not be in good condition, maybe cancer, they cannot give milk to the child. So, how to do it? Because one does not want to reveal the name, other one is ready to take milk. So, this charity organization, it is a charity, non-profit charity organization, they are collecting milk from hospital, whoever is not having enough, whoever is in a position to give milk, but not having child. So, they are collecting and giving to the other, but in between the supply chain, supplier is one mother and another end user is a baby. Here already this supplier is under stress, they are in very bad shape mentally and physically, and end user is a child, child cannot ask for the milk, and other one who is here, another mother, she cannot take care of the child. So, situation is supplier and buyer according to the supply chain, they cannot be connected directly and they do not know what is needed. Normally, end user need should be known to the supplier, then only we can send it. But in this case, it is a very peculiar supply chain. We also have blood supply chain, we also have human milk supply chain. In both the cases, supplier and end user are not connected directly. Now, whose job responsibility is between supply chain members only, everybody is responsible. Supply chain member, whoever is handling the supply chain, they have to be highly responsive, highly responsible. Why? Because when supplier is giving milk, mother will be reluctantly giving milk, she will not be in very good mood, but still she will give the milk. The milk will be going to the warehouse. Again, warehouse is not normal warehouse, the warehouse will be having highly protected environment. There will be some highly qualified safety, food safety authorities. They will be checking the milk, they will be keeping it in a good condition. There is no need for purification, mother's milk is purified milk, but they have to check the quality. Is there any VOC? Is there anything other contamination? Can I pass it on to the next? Okay. Actually, this is in one end of the country, this is in another end, this one. We have to travel it, take to the warehouse, check it, if it is in good condition, put it in the fridge or freezer temperature according to the requirement, then it is going by two-wheeler, just scooter, bike. They are having a small pack, that pack is temperature control pack. they will put the milk in the temperature control pack, that pack is transported to the mother's place. This mother is a cancer patient, she cannot have it. So, that means it has to be delivered to the carer appropriately at that time. They have to say clearly, this is the tag labeling will say you have to use it by this time, you have to keep it in 5 degrees centigrade. Who will be looking at all these things? Already they are in very mental tension. So, you have to give some labeling sensor, that label will tell the supplier temperature is not maintained. Immediately they will call the person who is taking care of the child, the carer will be here, he will get the phone call, do not give that milk, already its time is up, do not give it. But if they are giving before time, it is okay, otherwise it is again a waste. We cannot avoid the waste, but this is not like your tomato or orange, it is highly valuable, and value is not only money, value is your emotion, value is health of the child. So, in that case, how can we use IoT? It was not easy initially, because it is very sensitive. Our project people, when they contacted mothers, they were not very much ready, but luckily this HMF Human Milk Foundation company, they said yes, we need it, we want to see how it works. Blood and milk both are the lifeline, they are doing blood donation as well as milk donation.
Formula which is being given in the powdered form to the babies.
Yes, that is secondary, right? If human milk is available, that is primary.
No, is it made from the mother's milk, that formula?
This is real milk, extracting from real mother, not formula milk. Formula milk anybody can do it, why should I need something very special? Is extracted from the mother who lost the babies. Okay, this is the bag, Human Milk Foundation bag. It's a case study, and one of the author is the owner of that HMF. She has created, and she is a trained doctor, physician. So, she wanted to create something for small babies, and it is a very interesting story about how milk is transported, human milk. In India, we have so many blood donations, everything is there, but can we use IoT to maintain the temperature? We can use, but somebody should take the initiative, whether they are using or not, I am not sure. Is anybody using for blood? Something like they are using the bag, I have seen it put in the bag, but whether they are using IoT, it is not clear to me. So, if you are in a position to advise someone, you can give the advice.
Blood is available in the normally in the hospital itself.
Hospital itself, yeah.
So
Is
they
it
just
voluntary
tell
job?
about the blood group and collect it, and they have to pay the money for it also. So that is the reason.
So, this is a
IoT sensor installation is not penetrated to private organization or reputed organization still yet. So, in government organization or blood banks, I don't think there must be so much awareness.
So, that means we can, and this is a bag for particular one, they are buying it, it is not sold separately, the company HMF is buying. If you are saying it is a government one, we cannot influence them, but once they know the positive side of using IoT, everybody can adapt a positive adoption of IoT in bags. And this is really, it was closer to my heart when I have done this project. I felt like yes, so many kids will be saved. If you are giving contaminated milk, that already the sickened baby will not be improving the health. So, this is a very good way of using IoT. There is another simple way, no IoT, and I am not using anything more than one sensor.
I just checked it. Bagmo is a company Cochin based startup. They are actually doing this thing. They are trying to take it all over the nation and
all over the nation. Wow, okay.
For this blood thing, IoT using, they have used it somewhere.
Okay,
they have started this initiative. It's a startup.
It's a startup. So, it is starting. I am not saying nothing is nothing is available here. It is possible. However, you have to take it to the bigger, wider population. You have to spread the word. There is a possibility of maintaining quality in every sector using IoT. This is another example. We will be not using many sensors, few sensors, and this company is Actually, we have used only the diagram. The company has not given us any permission to use the name. So, I removed the name. This is from Netherlands and they have used ice packs. So, if you are sending eggs and if you are sending some frozen, if you do not have the temperature control van, if you look at the van, there is no temperature control van. On top temperature control mean you will have the AC on top of the van. So, normally it will be something here for temperature control, but nothing is there. That means, it is not temperature control van, but they are sending some cool item. So, this is yesterday I asked the question, if you do not have the temperature control, if you want to keep the fresh vegetables, how will you keep it in the case study if you remember, and most of you said AC centralized warehouse for the temperature control vegetables and fruits, but this is another option. For a few hours it can be, you can have a thick ice bags. Ice bags can be put in one of the baskets. So, all these cartons are having some small quantity, all carton can be put with some ice bag. Ice bag until it is being melt completely, the whole pack will be cool, but how many ice cubes can you have? In this country, because we are not having temperature like -10, it is not possible in this country, but certain countries which are having low temperature, they can have this option without using any electricity, ice packs.
Ma'am, the silicone liquid or the gel like silicone which is used for medicines,
Yes, yeah.
if we can use that.
That is very costly, right? Costlier than ice. So, we can think of other option. Do you have any other option? So, personalized cooling profile per cooling box. Every box will have number of ice packs. Yes, I will come to you. Ice packs according to the fruit and vegetable. If it is a soft fruit, if it is egg, they will put more ice packs. If it is slightly harder one, they will not put more ice packs. Now, give it to her.
Ma'am, in case of fruit like apple, its shelf life is generally 3 to 4 months we can store it, but if we are doing waxing over it, edible wax, thin film of that, it will be the shelf life can be increased up to 4-5 months extra.
4-5 months.
Yes.
Wow, okay.
So, we can sell in odd time also to get profit, and this waxing can be done in vegetable and fruits.
This wax, the spelling, is it correct? Is it a wax?
Yes.
This wax, it is not edible, is edible, but
yes ma'am, but there is permissible limit of FSSI, Food Safety Standard Authority of India. It has its specification that up to certain limit we can use that edible wax.
Okay.
Ma'am, it's WAX.
W?
Wax.
A normal wax.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes ma'am.
So, they will be making it shiny. Is it the reason
Yeah.
it is becoming shiny? Oh.
Yes ma'am, it is already in market. The waxed apples are already available in market, and it has also some constraints, health constraints also, but it can be considered if we are
within
thinking
the
about
limit,
shelf life.
threshold is not to be exceeded. Right?
Yes, yes ma'am.
Okay. Analysis of thank you. So, what she said is about apple. So, if we are considering each and every vegetable, there is different method, but supply chain as a whole, when you consider, the rule of thumb is you have to consider the supply chain, accordingly you have to act. If you are having generalistic solution for every supply chain, it is not possible. So, you have to customize the supply chain. Here they are talking about weather condition. Now, I am coming to the point that gentleman asked me, customer satisfaction, compliance. If you are considering this, how can you make the supply chain with the IoT? If I said I will be doing it tomorrow, we can consider a little bit. Can you repeat your question?
Suppose your feedback is on the based of perception rather than a particular data based or actual data based. It is a factual, not a actual. And how IoT sensor can be useful.
Yes.
Like in the morning, I was given example while going to a restaurant. We are giving, they are asking feedback whether the food was good or not. We just simply said yes, it is good. But internally, we did not expect what are the real our feedback. We don't never give.
Yes.
So that becomes a fake feedback. In similar situation, earlier I was also given an example. Historical data, based on historical data, if you are going, but the current scenario might be changed due to the motive of peoples or the now the current demand of the people. In this case, both historical data and current data, they do not reflect the real requirement. So in this case, how IoT sensor can be useful?
Okay, thanks. Yeah, he has asked the question. I hope you all understand. Customers are changing their, yes.
This Internet of Things devices, this entire thing, I mean, it all runs on the concept of GIGO. If we were putting garbage, then garbage will come out. Garbage in and garbage out concept. If the feedback is not proper, then IoT devices are not going to function that properly. So that is one perspective in that.
Actually, we also asked about this. IoT device is not based on the consumer feedback. IoT device is based on the real time data, what is happening. So, you are not interacting with a manual interpretation of feedback to IoT, but at times if they are unhappy due to actual complaint, that data will go to IoT. So, what you are saying is marketing. If people are not happy, how the data will be communicated to IoT. Actually, there are two different ways of collecting data. IoT data is normally communicated because machine to machine, that is not a problem. When there is only one intervention point, when the driver or some delivery is not happening on time, that time they will give the feedback according to the diagram what I have given. Feedback is only given only at that time, only emoji, it is emoticon. They are doing it because of the complaint. They cannot give the complaint through the mobile phone. So, they are giving the feedback like up and down thumb. That time it is positive and it is not giving any negative implication. When you are talking about 1, 2, 3, 4 scale, see normally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 scale, this is for consumers. Consumer feedback, if he is saying 3, it is neutral, 4 and 5 positive, 1 and 2 negative. That time we have to consider seriously, if repeatedly he is saying 3 or 4, that is not correct. We have different system for that. Now, when we are considering the IoT, complaints are, in this case, complaints are made. If complaints are made, that means really the service was not good. Nobody will go and complain to the level of complaint if there is only small problem. They will go to complain only if the problem is very big. So, we can consider it as a true reflection of the opinion of the service. Okay. This one is different matter. We are not considering now, we will do the thing for tomorrow for marketing, but this is the one. Are you agreeing with that? IoT
feedback,
is,
ma'am, can be collected post also. Suppose in case of
Raise your
Ola
voice.
and Uber, post the completion of the trip, we give the feedback. If the person, we are dissatisfied with the rider, we give the review also that his driving is harsh or anything. So, when we give a feedback at the back, we write the true things.
That is how it is affecting, feedback is affecting the future operations.
Yes.
That is a different story, that is what I am talking tomorrow. Okay. It is very interesting, and outside this class we can talk about that as well. But here feedback is for IoT, it is not for the manual feedback.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
there is a one startup in a NIT itself. They are just invented a normal one platform is there. There is a one app for this error, like many consumer are giving a wrong feedback, just ticking 1, 2, 3 and giving the scaling, and they has just introduced new technique, or that's they are just giving a one random question. In the question that there is a one yellow color in the option. The feedback.
Actually, it is called negative question. We have to ask some negative question in the questionnaire to check whether person is really doing or just ticking. That is a different, that is what I am saying. I will do it as a separate class, not now. So, let us come to this point. I agree with you, all these are happening in the supply chain and marketing. We are just put the tick mark, even I do it because I am bored. I will do it. All human brain will not work at the same time in the same way. We will be doing something which is not appropriate. So, how to deal with those things? We will do it separately. Now, it is related to the technology. Now, if I say it is not technology, I am talking about ice pack. Ice pack, if it is melted completely, when you are getting to the destination, there is no ice pack. All fruits and other things are not fresh. Ice pack is there, but melted within the bag, and your quality is not as you expected. Then the customer will give the complaint. That complaint is not technology complaint, complaint really to the other side of it, other side of the spectrum, quality of the product, quality of the service. In that case, we are not talking about technology, we are talking about small simple ice pack and then customer satisfaction. This is also possible. So, every time we do not need to look for bigger sensor data, we can also go with simple solutions. Let me go with I have explained it, it is given in the diagram. Ice packs are put in the middle of it. Sometimes ice packs will be, this one I have shown, this is ice pack, somewhere in the middle they have put ice pack, small ice packs. Okay. And even the ice pack, I said it is manual. If you are trying the next level, you are using sensors. How many sensors normally we put? For every box we will put one sensor. If I am having the ice pack, I can have just one sensor for one compartment. The temperature is changed, then the sensor will be giving some signal. That is also possible. Not for every pack, we can put only one sensor for full carton. You can do that, or one full compartment. Actually, I was talking during the lunch time. Multi compartmental vans are available. If you look at this diagram, here whole side is open, other side it is different product. In some of the trucks we have even shutter here, all are shutters. If you notice, no door is opening sidewise, it is shutter. We have 4 shutters if it is a big truck. That means we can have 4 different sensors. That means 4 different quality control for different products. We can have all these things. I do not want to spend more time in sensors, it is done. Let us go for the final of quality control through sensors or technology, whatever you are following. This is infographic mainly produced in Nottingham Trent University under my supervision. This is the main comprehensive benefits of using the technology in agri sector. So, we have the fingerprint. Fingerprint meaning is we are having special quality service for one particular company. We are putting our stamp in it, that is the meaning. So, our service is creating some quality assurance. So, establishing food fingerprint, it is not green fingerprint, food fingerprint, fingerprint in the sense that quality, and we are establishing some quality standard for the whole sector. Monitoring is done by the IoT, connection is done by the app and cloud computing, money saving is assured. Every company will be happy in the supply chain only when they are getting some extra money. If I am using IoT, what is the point? I should finally get, at the end of the day, I have to get some extra benefit, extra money. I will be reducing the logistical cost, I will be reducing the labor. Instead of appointing 2 computer analysts, I will be having only 1 analyst, other one will be automated. So, I will be saving 1 full salary of other person, and improving revenue. Obviously, it has to be established. If a company is not showing improvement in the revenue in 6 months time, you cannot use the technology, you have to change the technology. And then carbon footprint, it is compulsory for any company, it is compulsory. If you are using IoT or any other data, BDA, cloud computing, you have to prove you are using carbon footprint, compulsory CO2 reduction. This is a norm for the country where I worked. And then the second in continuation, network and collaboration should be there. If you are saying that I am having everything, I am owning the cloud, I am owning the IoT, if you say everything I, then you will not get any subsidy, because supply chain is not in silo, everyone should be working collaboratively with the other partner. So, network and collaboration are important elements for having the successful application of IoT as well as getting some benefit. Quality assurance, it is another point, like we are having ISO quality. Similarly, they are going to have new quality assurance for IoT. Do you have anything here in India? Quality assurance for using IoT. Can you claim I am using IoT, so my company is not having any quality problem, all my products are of control quality? Can you say that? And I think food safety, do you have anything? FCI? Do you have relating any related regulation? So, probably in the near future we will have this quality assurance through IoT use. If you are using IoT, if no fluctuations happen continuously for 1 year, probably you will be given another quality assurance. What is the advantage? If your company has got some quality assurance, quality certification, you can increase the price obviously. So, you can do that. So, this is happening, this is not happened yet, but it may happen in the near future. And decision support, definitely companies in the 2025, 2030, you will be having big data analytics in every company, it will be part of the company supply chain activity, and it is tailored for the company. No one company will have the same like other company, it is tailored and it is customized for the supply chain. So, it is going to be tailored in the future, and that future is not far away from us, we can do it quickly. And sensor technology, we cannot avoid it. Now, I feel all of us are having sensors in one way or the other. You can locate your mobile phone, and there are many other sensors in your house. You might be having motion sensor, camera, and there are many sensors available. You are going to have it. Data driven decision making. All our PhD students in my place, they are doing data driven decision making. If you are making the model, model is from the data. If you are a PhD student or MBA student or even undergraduate student, your professor will be asking you to collect data, survey data. Survey data is not directly feeding into the data analysis, but you will be analyzing the data through different methods, and then your decision is based on the data. Data can be any kind of data. So, this is the way we are working, and not having this framework. You can go through again the numbers. If you remember, I said it is a list taken from websites. Okay, let me come to almost the final one. So, these are the rough estimates. When you are estimating how each technology is helping, some technology will be helping in a higher way, some technology will be saving lesser amount. So, we estimate that each technology we use for the REMIT purposes, REMIT project, it saved up to 100,000 pounds, multiply by 100 is rupees, 1 pound is 100 rupees. For the company, they agreed it. So, these are all testimony was given. So, we can confidently say. So, online supermarket which I have shown, the name is not mentioned, they have not allowed us. They have used it and they obtained some medium level of benefit. Fresh food company, they have used it, they got highest level of benefit, fresh fruit and vegetable. A beef producer, we have got a beef was also highly benefited. That means, the fresh fruit and beef both are very difficult to sell if time is passed. So, the perishability is very questionable if you are not having the sensors. The quality is maintained. So, high level of benefit uptime. There was another online food distributor company, they are from Germany. If I have not mentioned the name, that means they have not allowed us to use the mention. So, but we have used it for the case studies. Online food distributor company, they have got medium, Another one, fresh vegetable, they have got only low level of benefit. If you look at the first one, second one, they have got high level of benefit equivalent to say 100,000 pounds. But fresh vegetable producer company, they have got only low level of benefit, because they have not used all the sensors. They wanted only temperature sensor. Temperature is not the only sensor helping everyone. Even the fluctuation sensor, I said it's if your truck is jerking too much, your egg will be broken, all your supply chain will be waste. So, more companies are expected to join. Now it is becoming as a business. Now project is completed. So contributions are given here. This is already discussed. Contributions are huge. Not only reduction in CO2, we have got so much of a positive profit as well. Okay. Before we go for the next from Professor MPS, we will be going something differently. For argument's sake, let me consider the interesting point what our fellow said. What happens to the consumer's feedback? What happens to the supply chain when your consumer feedback is not reliable? Just for 5 minutes. Okay. As a marketing expert, not expert, marketing tutor, I will be arguing, if the feedback is not correct, your operation will be not aligned with the expectation. Demand and supply will not meet. Now, let me open the floor for the discussion. My contention from the argument, if feedback of the customer is not very unbiased, not unbiased means it is biased, your production and delivery will not be appropriate to meet the demand. How many of you agree this? If feedback is biased, feedback from the customer is biased, production and delivery will not be meeting as expected. Supply and demand will not be matching if feedback is wrong or feedback is biased. How many of you agree? All of you, almost all of you agree. Whoever is not agreeing, they do not understand me, I guess. Okay. Thank you. At the same time, why do we say it is biased? How do I know it is biased? My question itself is wrong. I am contradicting myself. I am biased. How can I say it is biased? One answer was given, right? We have to give one negative question in the survey. If you are giving one negative question, meaning is it is not meaningful at all. Purposely I am changing something. If it is not unbiased, if I say it is not a proper sentence, I can say straight away it is biased. If you give something tweaky or some mixed one, still if you are using same, if you are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if a person is highly unreliable, he will be choosing 3, 3, 3. Even for that question, negative question. You want to say something? You raised your hand, right?
If we have repetitive questions in different forms, this can also trick
repetitive.
them.
Say it as an example.
For suppose I asked, did you like the food? This is one question. And how was the food?
Did you like the food means yes or no question, dichotomous question.
Rate the food. Rate the food. Then the quality of the food, the taste of the food, means it very closely related and similar kind of questions. So if they answer one for okay very good, and in one they are answering not good at all.
It may be that you are having convergent and divergent validity failing, right. Your question, that is not the way to ask. You should not confuse. You cannot ask repeated question for the same construct. Yeah, that is a different concept, structural equation modeling. I am not going deeper into the modeling, but when you are asking question, you cannot ask too many questions for the same concept. All concepts should be differentiating each other. Yeah.
In Indian context, if you take care it, basically this is a cultural heritage of our Indian people, that they will not give you the negative feedback in front of any person.
So anonymize it. You do not need to ask for the response immediately, send it by email.
Still, if you can consider in case of any training program or any workshop, even if we give the feedback, even if the name is mentioned, nobody tries to give any negative feedback, because that is a cultural.
Even with anonymity.
Yes, because that is a cultural thing in Indian society. They don't give any negative feedback. Like Western countries, they give the exact feedback. In Indian context of view, nobody gives the negative feedback. So sometimes that's point of view, the total market survey or market analysis gives the wrong change, wrong statement.
But if you do not know who is responding, and if they do not know who is asking, they can give the real opinion, true opinion, right?
Generally in Indian, it doesn't succeed.
Okay.
Yeah, ma'am, very interesting classes, though I am attending in parts. I have 3 points here. One, what that lady meant, probably what I understand is, she is telling, if we ask the same question maybe in different forms, then we can probably find out if someone is bluffing. Now, supposing, say,
Bluffing,
if the food is tasty, I say, yes, very tasty. Now, somewhere, was the food fresh enough? I will say, fairly okay, it's okay. But if I say, not at all, then probably it appears I am bluffing. Probably that is what she meant, number one. Number two, I have been listening to all the interactions, very interactive session very closely. Before this gentleman told, in fact, in the morning session, we talked of this survey part also. Traditionally, we don't write anything negative. Even if I have a very, very bad experience with the Ola driver, until and unless I miss my train or flight, then only I will react.
The complaint will be escalated when
otherwise, I will say very, very bad. Then I am concerned कि भाई उसको निकाल देगा क्या, उसको 2-3 दिन के लिए बिठा देगा क्या. It is our traditional Indian mindset which you have grown. I don't know about the youngsters, they may be more open. So, ठीक है, I will just give a fairly okay. Even in training programs, I am from SAIL, we conduct many training programs. There they mention, need not mention your name, this, that. Still you think, अरे पता नहीं handwriting पता चलेगा, पता नहीं ये. Why to give? Let them be happy. So this is what the second point is. Third, what when you were asking, how to now, if we are so dependent on the customer's feedback, that my manufacturing process is based on it, yeah, accepted. But then, I do not know. I am putting the question to you and to the house also. Don't I have some feedback system where I am confident of my own quality? That is number one we should have. Presuming that the populace, maybe 60% or 70% of the populace won't give really correct answers. Based on this assumption, can I not have a inbuilt quality control system where I am very confident of my own production? Number one. Number two, again, do we have any such data or any such study has been taken anywhere in the world or in the Indian context where we know if we take a data set from 1,000 people, what percentage would be pakka true, what must be fairly okay, what must be fake? If there is any such study or any such data, I do not know. So if there is a study, now I can know that I have got the feedback from 1,000 people. So maybe this percentage is okay. So based on this percentage, I will modify my production and all. These are my views, madam. Thank you.
Can I answer before you move on to the next one? The quality of product can be easily identified through Six Sigma or any quality control program. Even if you don't use Six Sigma, you can say out of 100 products, I can identify 5 products as not meeting the standard, then I can say my company is not good. So, I can classify my own standard in a different way. But when you are considering quality of service, service is normally taken in a different way. Service is considered as poor when you are raising your bar to the level of giving some complaint. So, you have the tolerance level for a certain period, but after some time your service is utterly not meeting my expectation, then I will be complaining. So, complaining is one number of complaints or one representation of poor quality of service. That is one. Normally in sector like service sector, for example, car servicing, we use number of complaints as the expression of unhappiness. That is one way. And what you are saying is correct. If you are relying on customer feedback, and instead of 3 and 5, if it is related 3 and 5 according to the respondent, that is your point. According to the respondent, both are not too different. Taste is good, but is it fresh? It is a different question. I do not consider both of them as the same. So, I give 5. Taste is not good, but the quality freshness is good. That means, two different meanings. How do I consider in that case? So, if you are having different questions in exactly not mixing up with each other, probably it can get you good idea. However, we have to admit all surveys are biased. Most of the surveys, not all surveys, majority of the surveys are biased, subjective, but no production manager will be relying only on the survey. So, he has to give some extra money to get the survey, that 5 pounds. You might be knowing, now we are having private survey companies, we have to give $5, I am giving from my project $5 for the true opinion. It will take time, but they will not be making any mistake. Any time if you want the respondent to come back and answer why you are given this scale, they will say. So, that kind of business is available now, however, it is very, very expensive. If you want true opinion, you have to give money. Yes, thank you. Yeah.
Ma'am, recently in all across the PSUs, and not only in the PSUs, in the private sectors also, we have seen that certain companies are coming which are certifying the workplaces as great place to work. And almost all the companies have become great place to work. they are taking surveys, and almost all the Maharatna companies are great place to work. Almost all the manufacturing units are great place to work. So,
have you seen this Glassdoor?
Yeah, Glassdoor. Yeah.
Glassdoor, no, it is not. You can see many negative feedback as well, because Glassdoor is collecting the feedback only after you leave the company. So, when you are leaving, you do not mind giving negative feedback. So, that could be the true opinion. Exactly. Right? So, you have to ask at the time when they, not at the time when they leave, you have to ask after a week or 2. Okay.
Ma'am, this Glassdoor or exit interview policy, that is also not transparent, because in that exit interview policy also there is a remark whether you want to return back to the company or yes or not. If you write yes, that means you need to have a negative review. So, nothing review process is transparent or clarity.
It is not completely transparent, I admit that. But at the same time, we have certain ways of overcoming these shortcomings. How quality of the product, we have standard for the quality control, and quality of service, you should not ask directly after you give the service, wait for some time. We are having the method called SerQual. Some of the professors might have used this. Service quality SerQual is a method which will be asking 2 different survey before you get the service, after you obtain the service. So, what is the gap between the perceived and then achieved? You are finding the difference, that is a gap analysis. There are many more different methods. I use this SerQual, it is a really good way of doing it. This gentleman, probably that can be one option, but we have to again pay a huge amount of money. We have to put some labor, time, effort, analysis, everything should be done. Okay. And yeah, let us this is slightly away from our topic. However, these are all helping how to design your supply chain strategies. If you remember, strategies are not only lean, agile and other things, you have to be strategically positioning your supply chain to make the customers happy. So, this is a capsule kind of 3-day session. We have finished with the supply chain sustainability aspect of it, something overlapping in tomorrow's one. We are having marketing operation interface, but certain things we cannot avoid, some are connected together. Okay. We will do it tomorrow. Thank you very much.